Live from City of Wolverhampton College, this is the Wolf Debate, hosted by Ree Thorpe.
Welcome to the Wolf Debate. Tonight we are talking to four people: Michaela Hunt, John Harris, Maggie Hazeldine and John Reynolds. And we are talking about education. Michaela is a student governor at the City of Wolverhampton College, and she is also a president of the Debating Society. She is currently a full-time A-level student and aims to go to university in the near future to complete a law degree. John Harris is the NEAT project coordinator who has worked in the community with disadvantaged young people since 2008. But before that, he spent 6 years working on the outreach programme in Shropshire. John Reynolds is the Labour councillor for Gracely Ward and a cabinet member with responsibility for environmental health. While Maggie Hazeldine has taught in further education for 19 years, starting out in London before moving to Wolverhampton. She is madly keen about widening participation at higher levels, breaking down real and perceived barriers for local Wolverhampton people so that they can see the value that higher level skills will have on their life. So I'm going to ask each of my guests to tell us a bit more about themselves. So could we start with Michaela?
My name is Michaela Hunt. I'm 18 years old, an A-level student at the college. I also take part in many activities such as the Duke of Edinburgh Gold, and as well as the Debating Society, which is newly started.
And John?
My name's John. I'm from the City of Wolverhampton College, running the NEATS provision out in Shropshire and Wolverhampton, working primarily with low-level learners, living care team, youth offending systems.
Could you tell us a little bit more about NEAT, please?
Okay, NEATS is a government label that we tend to give young people that aren't doing anything with themselves. So it's not a label that we use, it's not a term that we use, but it is a classification of young people that the government decide aren't doing anything at all.
Okay, Maggie?
Yes, hello. I work as a HE manager, higher education manager in the college, and my role really is to guide us through the changes in higher level skills, so the other end from the work John's doing, and to get as many people in Wolverhampton aspiring to degree level, higher level work, because that's what we're going to need in the local economy in the next few years.
And lastly, John.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm John Reynolds. I'm the Labour councillor for Gracely Ward on Wolverhampton City Council. I've represented Gracely since 1998, and for those of you who need to know where it is, Gracely is between Bantop Park and the Pen Road. I've got responsibility at the moment for the environment, which covers obviously environment. It also covers things like waste control and street cleaning. We've been in control since December when we took over from a Conservative and Liberal Democrat coalition, so I've been a cabinet member actually for only about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. Firstly, have we got any questions from the audience that anybody would like to ask any of our guests? Sorry, guy at the back.
Oh yeah. I just wondered whether the panel thought that the education that we actually give or provide at the moment is actually relevant in real life terms.
Could I ask who is that towards?
I'll ask Maggie.
I think increasingly it is becoming more relevant. I think you're absolutely right to ask that question. The traditional curriculum, many people now feel, isn't as relevant as it should be to the work people will be doing when they leave. So what we're doing now is developing more HNCs and HNDs, which are more vocational, higher level qualifications, to attract people for whom the traditional degree or the academic degree isn't relevant, doesn't have the life chances attached to it that it might have had. I mean, we all know a lot of people are coming out of university now and they're struggling to get jobs, aren't we? And I'm sure you all as young people are thinking, you know, is it worth going? Is it worth paying the money now, the increasing amounts to go away to university? And so we have to be very careful that the actual courses we offer and at the university level have a good chance of achieving a job at the end of it, really. So we're putting a lot of attention in the college now into ensuring that those qualifications are as valuable as possible. But that means we've got to be very, very careful in your choices.
Thank you very much for that. As Maggie has just said, that students are finding it hard to get a job. We found some statistics that 1 in 5 students after university cannot get a job. And I would like to ask Michaela, what would you do if you were one of those 1 in 5?
After completing the degree, I do expect to be able to get a job, but from what's going on at the moment, I understand that we're not able to do that. What I would do is probably try one of our local countries in Europe, because I have been told that the law degree can, or any other form of degree can be transferred to other countries. But I don't feel that it is not correct for students to have to complete a degree in the UK and have to travel abroad. So hopefully the economic downturn goes by then, so then we can actually achieve jobs by then.
What do you think about the students not finding a job after the university?
Yeah, it's true, very good question. Alongside the work that Maggie's doing, there's also a big skills gap in the city at the minute, with qualified people that are qualified in areas that the city don't need. So I think what we're doing as part of the college programme is working in liaison with the local companies in the city to see exactly what gaps, what skills people need in order to fill the relevant vacancies out there. There are also some vacancies out there that people wouldn't apply for because they're outside of their qualifications. So only by working citywide and filling these skills gaps in the future can we guarantee that people can leave college or apprenticeships and move into employment.
I'm going to ask this to every one of my panellists. What do you all think about the EMA cut? Could I start with John?
Can I answer the bit that I didn't have the chance to answer, just the one that
sorry,
you asked everyone, if you don't mind? I mean, making education relevant in real terms, one of the key things that we actually need to do, not just at colleges but at universities and at school, is get a parity of esteem between vocational courses and what people call academic courses. The country has traditionally, unfortunately, had a way of making people who want to do vocational courses feel that they're secondary courses and academic courses are primary courses. And some of the things that are happening at the moment in education, some of the cutbacks are happening in education, we can actually emphasise that. What we need to be doing with students is making sure that whatever sort of courses they're interested in doing is available for them to do. So in some respects, sometimes it's important that students learn the skills of further education, they learn the skills of higher education, they go on to learn the skills perhaps of doing 3 or 4 years as a degree. Because what employers want at the end of that is students who are capable of moving into a workplace, capable of coping in a high-tech environment. The present is high-tech, the future is going to be even more high-tech.